Hello, guys, and welcome again to another edition of Learning with Rich. All right, so in this topic, we are going to talk about the project browser in Revit 2018.1. Okay, so as you can see, every time you create a project using one of these templates, you will notice that your project browser is already set up. So what we are going to do is, or what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some few tricks or uh, lesson for us to be able to modify or set up our project browser. So let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and select the mechanical template here. Okay, and then if you check out the project browser, as you can see, it's already set up nicely, right? Same if you are going to create your project for architectural. So if I select here, okay, so you will notice that it's already set up. Okay, now if you want to set up your own project browser, this is how you do it. So I'm going to show you some few tricks on how to set up your project browser. So by the way, what is a project browser? It's actually usually I call it as a table of contents of your project. Okay, so the project browser it's actually shows a logical hierarchy for all views, schedules, sheets, groups, and other parts of the current project according to the Revit help. Okay, so as you expand and collapse each branch, it lower level items display. Okay, so let me just create a new project. This time, I'm not going to select any of the template here. Let us try to create a project from scratch. Okay. All right. So none, and then I select here. Okay. Let's say I use metric here. There you go. So you now have the views here. So you have the default. This is the default structural, floor plans, and ceiling plan. Okay, so one thing that you will notice here, it's not set up based on the discipline. So I'm going to show you how to do that later. So before that, so I'm going to create here a section view. So let's say, oh, I want to have 3 levels, but as you can see, I only have 2 levels. Okay, so I'll go ahead and going to select the section. Okay, this is the section. All right, so this is the section. All right. Then let me just right click and go to view. So as you can see, I only have one level. Okay, so this is my one level. Let me check the type properties here. Okay, is there any other type of level here? No other type. Okay, so no other type of level. Uh-huh. No. Okay, so this is the default section level. All right, so let me just add one level here. Two more levels. So level, peak, right? So let's say 4,000. All right, so 4,000, 4,000. Adjust. So let me just undo this. All right, so I adjust this one and then level again, peak 4,000. So just for you to be able to see that we now have here 3 levels. Okay. Right, so I have here 3 levels. So going back to my floor plans, so as you can see, let me just hide this first, this section. So I'll just hide that. Okay, so I now have 3 levels here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify the project browser based on the discipline. Okay, so based on discipline. So let me just rename this first. I do not need the floor plans. I just need. Okay, don't need the ceiling plan. I just want floor plans. Okay. All right, so I'm going to rename this And also notice that in Revit 2018, if you rename the views, rename that, you will no longer see here the dialog box that appears when renaming your floor plan, right? If you notice, you just need to change it from here. So, okay. So, gone are the days when you rename this, there is a dialog box that will pop out here on your drawing area. Okay, so now it's just here. So, let me just call this level 1 mech, or let me just be specific with the sub-discipline. So, let's say this is my HBAC. Okay, so level 1. Okay, no. So this is my level 2, level 2 HVAC. Nope. Okay, so this is my level 3 oops, sorry. Uh, this is my level 3 HVAC. All right. No. Now, so I want HVAC. So I also want to have electrical. So I'm going to right click this, duplicate, duplicate, and duplicate. Right. So this is now my level 1 power. It's my level 2 power. Okay, and then this is my level 3 power. Power. What else? Okay, so I have the HVAC. Okay, so let's say I want to have plumbing. Plumbing for my 3 levels. Okay. Plumbing. Plumbing and plumbing. Okay, so basically I have 3 discipline here. Okay, let me just create another discipline for architecture. So right click, floor plan, or okay, I'll just put arch. Arch. Okay, so this is my arch. Okay, so how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll just reduplicate this one for HVAC. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 discipline here. So what I'm gonna do is for you to be able to modify your project browser based on the sub-discipline. So let's say I want to show the type here. So after the type, I want to show the the discipline. Okay, so to do that, because you notice if you click one view here, you notice that there's a discipline, right? So you have discipline. So by default, my level 1 arch here, the discipline is electrical. So if I click the drop down arrow here, okay, you will be able to see different discipline here. So since this is arch, so I just select your architectural. Since this is HVAC, that will be under mechanical. So plumbing, of course, that is under plumbing. Okay, power, I'll select all the power here. And then I change the sub-discipline. Yes, it's already electrical. So plumbing, plumbing, plumbing. So I change this to plumbing. HVAC, HVAC, HVAC. So this is my HVAC mechanical. Okay. Right, so it's now all arranged. How about the arch? Arch. Okay, so that will be my architectural. So although I already applied here the correct discipline for each views, but as you can see, the project browser is not showing it, or it's not arranged based on the discipline. So to do that, so as you can see, there's a views here. If you right click that, you can see here the browser organization. Okay, so from the views, I'm going to create a new one, and then I'm going to call this type Discipline. Oops, sorry, discipline. So this is my discipline, and then I select here OK. Right, and then not going to change my filtering, but my grouping. So I want to group it first by family and type. Then this one is discipline. There you go. And then I select here OK. I check this one to apply here. Then select OK. So there you go. So it's now arranged based on my discipline. Now let's say for example, I want to modify this, or I want to arrange this based on the sub-discipline. Okay. The problem is if I check the properties here, there is actually no sub-discipline. By default, if you are going to create a mechanical template or electrical template, you can see that if you click this, you can see there's a sub-discipline already created in this template. Okay, so that is what I'm going to teach you next. So I'm just going to close this. Okay, so going back to our project, how to create the sub-discipline. Again, I already created this exercise before, how to create sub-discipline, but just for a review, this is how you do it. So you just go to your view tab, and then you can see here, no, not view tab, but manage. You go to manage, you go to project parameters, you click that, and then you can select your add. So select add. So you call this parameter data as sub-discipline. Sub-discipline. Okay. And then discipline common. So this should be text so that you can change the sub-discipline. So I want to group it under graphics also. So I'm going to change this. I select graphics. Instance. This is instance properties. So I'm just going to select here instance. Now, the categories where I want to place my sub-discipline is I want to place it on the view. Okay, so I move this down, look for the views. You check that, and then select OK. And there you go. You now have the sub-discipline project parameter. So if you now check here, there's now the sub-discipline. So I'm going to create how many sub-discipline? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say this is for my design sub-discipline. Okay, there you go. So I select all of these three. I put it on the sub-discipline design. Right. Okay, so it's now under design. Now for these three, okay, so that is power sub-discipline. The discipline is electrical. The sub-discipline is power. So I apply. So it's now power. Okay, so these three, the discipline is mechanical. The sub-discipline is HVAC. You can customize your sub-discipline. You can add more sub-discipline if you want. Okay, at least you know now how to create your sub-discipline. So this plumbing. All right, there you go. So it's now arranged based on the sub-discipline. Now, the problem is, oh, I want to show the sub-discipline here. I want to see design, I want to see power, HVAC, and plumbing. So how to change my project browser? Same procedure. So you just need to right-click the views here, open up the project, the browser organization, and then you just need to edit this one. So you go to the grouping and sorting, and then you can see here then by, there you go. Sub-discipline now is there. So before, you cannot select the sub-discipline because you haven't created yet. Now you already created the sub-discipline, it's now available for you to select. So sub-discipline and then select OK, and then OK, and boom, right? So it's now sub-discipline. Okay, right? So basically, that's how you modify your project browser. Okay? So if you have any question, comments, or suggestion, so you just need to put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay? So once again, thank you for watching guys and have a nice day.